Across the Central Range are a number of limestone reefs, some of which are in a tectonically disrupted position. All are essentially algal bioherms of variable sizes and up to 300 feet in thickness, water bioherms. These are basically bodies produced by organisms or as a framework of encrusting growth. Corals may be present as small patches or solitary bodies. The limestone quarries in Mayo, central Trinidad, are large enough to be seen in the Google Earth image below. The Tamana limestones, or by its local name Garacara or yellow boulders, is an important economic resource. Firstly, as aggregate for road building, and since 1954 for Portland cement manufacture. The term Tamana was first used by Wall & Sawkins in 1860. However, the most comprehensive study was done in 1941 by Dr. Raw. Originally, this Mayo to Morichal limestone deposit was 4.5 miles long and varied between a quarter and half a mile in width, and had a height of 570 feet. Dr. Raw calculated there were 250 million cubic yards of limestone with thicknesses ranging from 150 to 290 feet. To confirm this, a well CX-114 was drilled and it cored 300 feet of limestone without encountering the underlying brasso clay stones. The limestones are folded into a syncline that is parallel to the long axis of the limestone ridge. This cartoon shows the paleogeographic setting of the conditions that favored the development of reefs along uplift zones of the Proto-Central Range. This cartoon shows the depositional setting of the origin of some of the sediments found within the limestones. This photo from Little 1926 shows the quarrying of the limestone in the Tabikit area by hand. How has this area changed over time? Through a series of Google Earth images, we noticed that the quarrying has shifted from west to east, and the original quarry is eventually abandoned and overgrown with vegetation. In this 2020 photo, we see that the abandoned quarry on the western side of Coruscant Road is almost completely overgrown with vegetation. More importantly, the only unquarried area is a narrow strip that parallels Coruscant Road and the four houses at the top of the hill. The upper photo shows that in 2008, the limestones have been almost completely exhausted in this part of the quarry, while the lower photo shows active quarrying close to the Coruscant Road. Here we are looking west towards the old quarry, and in the background we see the crushing plant of TCL. In the old quarry, there has been no attempt at rehabilitation. However, abundant rainfall has resulted in vegetation covering most of the quarry hillsides and the formation of large pools of stagnant water. In this series of photographs, we see the main types of limestone. The rocks are grey, yellow and white, cavernous, vuggy, and partly massive. It is partly bedded with clay and marl intercalations. In age, they range between 12 to 16 million years. In this series of photographs, we examine the microscopic structure of these limestones. In this series of photographs, we see clusters of well-rounded, smoothly polished quartzitic sandstone, syenite, spherulitic rhyolite, white-banded black cherts, subangular pebbles of vein quartz, and grey shale. Quartzitic grits and sandstones point to a northern range provenance, while the igneous rocks indicates a source further westward from Venezuela. Here we see a fragment of well-worn coral, turritella, and a host of other types of gastropods, or as we know them as snails. At this outcrop of dark grey brasso clay stones that underlie the Tamana, we have small normal faults that displace the limestones to the west. Small bivalves and gastropods are also present in the clay stones. No coral is currently seen in the quarries or in the core taken from CX-114 in Mayo. However, Duncan in 1886, Vaughan and Hofmeister in 1926, and Little 1926 indicated corals were found in all limestones across the island. Thanks for watching this video.